So here's another thing with Bitcoin. So people are also thinking, okay, how much lower are we going to come down on Bitcoin if we know that the S&P likely has a little bit further to draw down? Okay, if the low is not already in. Well, some people are trying to call for things like, oh, we're coming down to 40 some thousand, down in here, this demand level, or we're going to come all the way back down to, let's say, 59,000, 52,000, come down, take out some of these lows. Just calling for these ridiculously low levels, which don't even make any sense from a market structure perspective, because there's other levels in between that would need to be lost. Look at this on a macro, okay? For anybody who's nervous about whether or not we get another leg up on Bitcoin. Does this look like... Does this look like to you a bear market happening? Okay. Does that look like a bear market to you? Does that look like we're coming back down into 40 some thousand, etc. territory? Even if you make this super tight, this channel. Look. Here's the low. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. You're still in a bull market. You're going to get these mid-cycle corrections. It's going to happen. These are healthy. This is to shake out market participants. This is to make sure that liquidity gets concentrated again with the winning projects, the winning assets. This is not a bear market. This is not a break of market structure, right? Bitcoin is still fucking parabolic uptrend, right? So you can't look at this and get nervous and say, oh my goodness, it's fucking over. We're going into a bear market. Does that look like a bear market to you? Does that look like a break of market structure? Over here. Look. So let's call this your, let's do it like this. Okay. So here is the low. So we make the low right in here. This was last cycle. Okay. It's clear when you're going into a bear market because you're going to get the break of the market structure. Okay. So you see with this, right? You had your top in 2017. All right. This was last 2 cycles ago. You start breaking down and you come into a bear market, right? So here's your bear market low right here. Right? That's your low, $3,100. And then you start to do what? You break to the upside. You break this market structure. So you're in a downtrend. All of a sudden you start making higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. And you break back down into a bull market. So you get this little pull back from COVID. So COVID is what it is, right? You're going to have COVID shakeout. You can't really, if it wasn't for COVID, you wouldn't have had this huge puke. Would have kind of just probably went like this, right? But COVID you can't account for, things like that. But you see how this is a clear bull market, a clear uptrend. And even in here, this was not a small correction right here on this double top last cycle. This was and I know you guys would lose your minds if this happened, but this was a 56% correction on Bitcoin before you inevitably literally set a new all-time high and went up fucking how much percent? Before you went up over a 2x. So even with a 50-some% correction, you draw down from this top in April of 21 on Bitcoin, you draw down 56%. You still had another pump all the way back up, another 2.4x, right? So Now, I'm not expecting that much of a pullback on Bitcoin. That wouldn't really make sense unless something on equities was really cooked. But you still maintain this higher market structure trend. So then you come back up here. This ended up being the top. Then you lose the mid range. This is where I'm looking to exit, like right in here. I'm getting out here. And then you draw back down. You see this come. And now once you lose this channel, look, clearly you're in a bear market. You're coming back down, right? So you broke. Once you break that major market structure, it's nuke. Cascade, come all the way down, cascade. Set your new bottom, okay? But look, it's very clear we're still in this uptrend. So unless we start losing actual market structure and we start puking out of this, which you could even make it something like, no, it's too far. I would say something like, I could leave it like that. But if you come back down into this range right here, you're fine. Like you can come all the way back down to 73, 72, 71,000, maybe get a quick little deviation, and you just say, okay, this is a little bit larger than how we drew it. But this is really the lowest I see Bitcoin coming. Is this major level right here from the previous all-time high, 73,000.6. You come back down, you sweep that high. Now, here's the only thing, though. If you sweep that high right here, you're probably sweeping this low at 66, okay? So this is your liquidity. Okay, you're probably sweeping those two, okay? But clearly you can come down and hit this and still stay within that channel, or at least you could move the channel out a little bit if you get a quick move back up, okay? So higher time frame, we're fine. It's all good. We're cooking.